Namaste and Jai Hind. We're coming to you live from the CNN News 18 Primetime Studio presented by Green Lamb Laminates. This is The Right Stand. I'm Anand Narasimhan. On the 23rd of November, the NDA alliance in Maharashtra called the Mahayuti recorded a landslide victory, winning 235 seats in the 288-member assembly. The BJP alone won a staggering 132 seats. Eknath Shinde's Shiv Sena bagging 57 and Ajit Pawar's NCP securing 41. But the man of the moment who scored a hat-trick with 3 straight wins was Devendra Fadnavis, the Deputy Chief Minister then and the Maharashtra CM-elect now. Earlier in the day, the BJP Legislative Party meeting chose Devendra Fadnavis as the Maharashtra CM. The grand swearing-in ceremony will take place on Thursday at Mumbai's Azad Maidan with Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah and of course National BJP President JP Nadda in attendance. The PM is a special invitee. Senior leaders of the NDA, several chief ministers are also likely to participate in the oath-taking ceremony. Why was Fadnavis considered the right fit for chief minister? Devendra Fadnavis delivered a hat-trick of 100-plus seats for the BJP, 122, 104 and 132. Now, he's the BJP's most trusted to manage complicated alliance ties. He's perhaps comparatively young but experienced and also has the backing of the RSS. And after Vasantrao Naik, he's the only chief minister to complete a full term without having to play musical chairs or without being dethroned. He's led Maharashtra as Chief Minister from 2014 to 2019. He was also in the mix between 2019 to 2024 as leader of the opposition and then also as Deputy Chief Minister back again. Devendra Fadnavis has been picked to lead Maharashtra. Shiv Sena Chief Eknath Shinde ended the suspense just a short while ago. He says, I was the one earlier in the press conference and within about 2.5 hours, the two have actually met each other twice, Eknath Shinde and Devendra Fadnavis. He said this time around, it was me who proposed Fadnavis to be Chief Minister. The last time around, it was he who had said that I should be Chief Minister 2.5 years ago. This was what Eknath Shinde said. But then he said, I'll wait for some time, wait till evening before I confirm whether I'll be CM or not. It's now confirmed. He will be joining the Maharashtra cabinet. It will be 1, 2, 3. Only the order will change. So, Devendra Fadnavis, Chief Minister, Eknath Shinde and Ajit Pawar, Deputy Chief Ministers. The oath taking will happen on Thursday. All 3 of them will take oath. Fadnavis has reached Eknath Shinde's residence, Varsha, that is the Chief Minister's residence, which will perhaps now be swapped very soon after the oath taking. But that meeting is on. Now, whether he steps out to speak again to the media, we'll have to wait and watch. We are getting these pictures of Devendra Fadnavis going to call on Eknath Shinde. Messages has also been, the Ekta message has also been put out, as all of them together have said, we will remain together. There is no problem within the Mahayuti at all. The 3 of them went also to the governor earlier to try and say that, okay, we are not only now, the erstwhile government is over, we are willing to stake claim together to form government. But the question also is this Sarkar now really safe? Are they all together? These are questions that remain.
फडणवीस जी को पार्टी के नेता के रूप में घोषणा करता हूं।
एक है तो सेफ है आणि मोदी है तो मुमकिन है।
एक है तो सेफ है, ही सेड, मेरे उतरते पानी को देख, किनारे पर घर मत बना लेना, समुंदर हूँ लौट कर फिर आऊँगा. He stood there in the Vidhan Sabha and said this not so long ago. लौट कर तो आए हैं, and तीसरी बार he is come and sitting on the chief minister's kursi. He's also often spoken with us here at CNN News 18 and said, "जो भी कुर्सी मिले अपने आप को उसमें comfortable बना लो." This kursi will surely be comfortable for him. We'll speak with him very soon, hopefully. But earlier in the day, we also saw this afternoon the camaraderie between the three. Rarely do we see this kind of fun and also good-humoured political sarcasm between netas these days. Have a look at this.
क्या आप और अजीत दादा पवार साहब भी कल डिप्टी सीएम की शपथ देंगे?
अरे भैया अभी तो कहा, देवेंद्र जी ने भी कहा, मैं भी कह रहा हूँ, रुको थोड़ा, अभी शाम तक रुको, अभी कल शपथ ली है ना।
शाम तक उनका समझ में आएगा, मैं तो लेने वाला हूँ, मैं रुकने वाला हूँ।
दादा को नहीं, अरे भाई दादा को अनुभव है, दोपहर शाम को भी लेने का और सुबह भी लेने का।
Everyone having a nice laugh. That question, interestingly, was asked by Vivek Gupta of News 18. He was the one who asked Eknath Shinde that question. Pap comes the reply from Ajit Pawar, ये ले ना ले, मैं तो शपथ ले रहा हूँ. And he says, इनको तो अनुभव है सुबह शाम शपथ लेने का. And Devendra Fadnavis laughing there. But somewhere, was this also to try and create an atmosphere of respect for Eknath Shinde? And this, perhaps, to try and let him know that he is wanted, he is important, and both of them trying to ensure that everybody holds that same stature within the Mahayuti. They are, perhaps Fadnavis is just the first among equals between the three of them for the work they've got to do with Maharashtra. But is this all safe? Is this all good-humoured, or are there undercurrents? Charu Pragya, spokesperson of the BJP with us, national spokesperson Susi Ben Shah, national spokesperson of the Shiv Sena with us, Nikul Patel, leader of the Congress party, and Mahesh Chavan, spokesperson of the NCP Sharad Pawar with us. Namaste, Jai Hind to everybody, thank you very, very much. अब यही होना था, तो सुसी बेन शाह, let me ask you, ये सस्पेंस शाम के 6:30 बजे तक क्यों बना के रखा है एकनाथ जी ने? What is the story behind that?
Good evening to you.
Many are saying that he was angling for the home portfolio and he didn't get it. So that's why he was holding back.
No. Good evening and thank you for having me on your show, Anand. It's always a pleasure. But I'll tell you this. Eknath Raoji, our Pramukh Neta, is an astute politician, a great administrator, and they are in meeting. So for me to comment on this show as to why he's not commenting or what is his mind, I will not be able to say that. Having said that, let me tell you this. हमारा और बीजेपी का जोड़ फेविकोल का जोड़ है, न कभी छूटेगा न कभी टूटेगा. So this government is going to run. We are firmly on the saddle. As you said, Devendra Fadnavis is the chief minister, but the camaraderie between all three of them is for everyone to see. They are workers.
See, you know, you are a fly on the wall. You know what is going on. So tell me, why was it that Ajit Pawar from day one has said, I am okay to be deputy chief minister? What was the reason why Eknath Shinde took his time?
Repeatedly we have said that the entire Mahayuti government, which led to a stupendous victory, I mean it's a historic victory, was under the captaincy, leadership and CMship of Eknath Raoji Shinde. So what we were seeking के मान सम्मान, respect and dignity के साथ जो भी पद दिया जाए वो दिया जाए. So therefore now it is for Delhi to decide
So it was all this entire public show of respect that each would recommend the other, and that's why Eknath Shinde was given the opportunity to say, listen, he recommended my name 2.5 years ago. This time around I have recommended his name and I want him to lead. So is that all there is? Because 10 दिन let me ask Charu Pragya, 10 दिन की जलेबी क्यों फिर भुनाई? आप बताइए चारू प्रज्ञा जी. इधर घुमाया उधर घुमाया, 10 days. हाँ, Nikul Patel and Mahesh Chavan will agree. If you had the numbers, if everything was all right, you should have done this 10 days ago. Why wait for 10 days? Charu Pragya.
Anand, good evening and namaste to you and all our viewers. Let me begin by congratulating the next CM in waiting of Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis ji, We are extremely happy. We couldn't be happier because he has been a beacon of light for every single Karyakarta of Mahayuti working in the state. And by saying that, I don't mean that the others were any less important. Let me honestly tell you, this is a narrative that was floated around by first the opposition and then the media. The Shapath is happening right on schedule. The government will be formed right on schedule. And from the very beginning, we have maintained that इस बार एक चीज स्पष्ट है, महायुति के मुख्यमंत्री होंगे, and that is exactly what has happened. Look at Bharatiya Janata Party's strike rate. In this equation, I think the way we have performed in this election has been tremendous. 88% of the seats that we contested on, we have won. Mahayuti altogether around 89%. It's been incredible. But instead of trying to find a problem where none exists, because if you reflect back on the last 10 days, tell me, when did you hear any kind of an exchange of dialogue which was negative? Did you hear any whispers? Absolutely none. This is one rock solid team which is looking forward to the next 5 years of good governance in Maharashtra. This is a rock solid team which works for the welfare of the people in a disciplined manner.
See,
this is not the Congress party where they're washing all their dirty linen in public
solid,
and giving statements to the media.
Then why was there stories that were being floated that Eknath Shinde may just become leader opposition because he's the single party that has the perhaps the numbers and the heft to be leader opposition? Huh?
Yes, but this is what I'm trying to ask you, Anand. Tell me the source of this. Did you hear any leader from anybody, any party in the Mahayuti make a statement to that effect? Absolutely not. Has any of the leaders conducted themselves in a non-graceful manner? No. In fact, all of them have been immensely graceful. Devendra ji was very graceful when he took the oath as a deputy chief minister after swearing in as a chief minister, and Eknath ji has been equally graceful this time. In fact, I couldn't be prouder because look at their camaraderie. Look at the way they are exchanging smiles and laughs and
for me, one of the best moments.
In Indian politics needs this.
I generally do not get into the aspect of defining what big moments were. One of the best moments, and Mahesh Chavan, you would agree, despite being on the other side of the political spectrum and on the fence, you'd be sitting in opposition as a political party in the Vidhan Sabha there. But that moment when the three of them post the victory and they were walking out, and Eknath Shinde looks at Devendra Fadnavis and said, "Ki hamara khayal rakhna," and Devendra Fadnavis did that salute 3 times. Yeah, that also shows that things are good within the grouping. Now, did you people have such moments between the Congress, NCP, Sharad Pawar and Ubata? Or it was like, tum hato, main baithta hu. That was the case, ki beech mein kaun baithega, who will start the PC first?
Anand, good evening to you all. First of all, let me congratulate Mr. Devendra Fadnavis. Finally, after a long wait, Maharashtra is set to have a chief minister tomorrow. And about this, we don't have any issues within MVA. But the question is whether Mahayuti, how united they are. Okay, now they are going to take oath tomorrow. We wish them all the best. And hopefully this government will work for the betterment of the people, welfare of the people of Maharashtra. And as an opposition, a responsible opposition, we are ready to fully cooperate with them. And whenever it is necessary, though our numbers are limited, we will try to see to it that people get justice whenever it is required. And it's our duty to work as a strong opposition. This is what I can say.
But you don't even have the numbers for a leader opposition, Mikul Patel. So how will you be strong unless one of these breaks away and comes and joins you? फिर भी आप सरकार नहीं बना सकते, but at least you will be a strong voice.
No, still, see, this is people's mandate and we must accept it humbly. What else we can do?
Okay.
Whatever numbers we have.
Let me bring in Nikul Patel also. Yes, Nikul Patel.
See, firstly, I would like to say that congratulations to the Mahayuti for forming the government, and definitely, if you see, state has taken its own time to decide who is going to become the chief minister. I would like to remember Karnataka elections when we have a clear majority, but BJP wants to try to percolate that who is going to become chief minister, Siddaramaiah ji or DK Shivkumar. Now over here, there are two different parties.
Well, that conversation is still on with the Muda scab. क्यों आप कौन सा एग्जाम्पल लेके अभी तो मूडा में फिर वही चल रहा है कि कुर्सी हिल रही है कि नहीं. चलिए लेट्स कम बैक टू महाराष्ट्र.
वो नहीं हिल रही है कुर्सी नहीं हिल रही है, जरा भी नहीं हिल रही है.
If
मैं
DK
आपको
Shiv
यही
Kumar
बताना
ji's team is
चाहता हूँ।
watching this, they will not be happy with you, Nikul Patel. But anyway, go ahead, please.
Yeah. See, the thing is that even though we were the entire single party, Bharatiya Janata Party wants to say that you are not able to name the chief minister. So over here, the same theory and same fundamental and philosophy was working since last 10 days. That who is going to be chief minister? Even if you see the last press meet where let me finish, ma'am. where Ajit Pawar Dada said, "आप लो ना लो, मैं तो शपथ लेने वाला हूँ." That was the philosophy and the interaction what we can see on press live media. See, they have a good coordination, they have good harmony. I think they will be able to form a most strong government in the next 5 years. But as an opposition, definitely our numbers are not in the way where we can form a leader of opposition. But we assure the people of Maharashtra, whatever mandate they have given to us and whatever responsibility they have seeked on us, as in Gujarat also, we are not able to form a leader of opposition, but we are giving strong fight to the BJP government by our leaders in the Congress. Similarly over here, along with NCP, Congress and Shiv Sena. As you have seen that in 2019, we have formed the government and we were able to form a government and we are able to give a good governance. That is what we can say over here right now. There is nothing conflict or no controversy. It's only Bharatiya Janata Party wants to portray that there is some infight going on between them, but we are all together and we'll work in the larger interest of the Maharashtra.
Yes, Sushibencha, you were saying something?
Nikul bhai, should I remind you about Haryana LOP? Should I remind you 2019 you took 1 month despite the bickering? Despite that you could not govern, you were ousted in 2.5 years. So let's not get there. Running an industrialized state and an important economy as Maharashtra, there has to be discussions and debates. Now that has been done. Fine tuning has been done. Negotiating is done. Tomorrow you will see, you'll have a government which functions for the progress, stability, peace, dharma and truth in Maharashtra. I mean, I don't understand where is this coming from, your misgivings. As far as Eknath Raoji Shinde is concerned, as I earlier said, he knows what he is doing. He's a Pramukh Neta. He's an extremely hardworking man, common man. And why Ajit Dada said what he did?
What I am
bloody hell,
surprised
he
is
worked very,
he
very
knows,
hard.
Sushibencha, he knows what he is doing, but I am surprised you don't know what he is doing. I am also surprised why you don't know what he is doing and what he is deciding.
Anand bhai, now for me to comment on your show as to whether he is going to take the deputy, कल से मुझे भेजेंगे नहीं आपके शो पर, which will be a great loss for me.
अरे ऐसा,
so therefore,
पर जो सबको पता है वो तो आप बोल ही सकते हैं ना कि ये पोर्टफोलियो को लेकर तो नहीं अड़े हुए थे. Is that the case?
We are definitely part.
Or was it about trying to manage perception and do it in the right manner so that everybody gets equal respect? Which was the issue?
Do it in the right manner. He was the CM. He was the man who led from the front, and therefore mutual respect, each other's respect, man, sanman. That's where see Shiv Sainiks are very, very emotional, Anand. We needed the respect, sanman. It is not whether CM or deputy, लेकिन मान तो बना रहना चाहिए. It cannot be denied. It should be accepted by all Maharashtra. The tallest Maratha leader, the most popular CM with 35% rating was Eknath Raoji Shinde, our Pramukh Neta.
Right,
that is what it is.
Now there has been a 40-minute meeting. 1 minute, just update has just come. There's been a 40-minute meeting between Devendra Fadnavis and Eknath Shinde at Varsha, after which Devendra Fadnavis has just headed back to Sagar. Now Charu Pragya, if all is well, why is it that these people are meeting each other for the second time in the last 2.5 hours and for the third time today, and such long meetings are happening? Something kahin to atka hai na. And last minute, less than 24 hours before swearing in tomorrow, he's saying, okay, I'll be DCM. Something's wrong somewhere. You allow us, we are journalists, we've got to smell some story somewhere. Something's wrong somewhere, right?
Well, Well, Anand, I believe that if you're not smelling a story, you're trying to create one here, and I'm saying that very respectfully. See, all you have to do is zoom in on the faces of these leaders. You know, their faces are calm, composed, happy. They look nearly excited to take over
See,
the
last
state,
thing we
with
should
the
do
new
is
government
read from
tomorrow.
when we zoom in on leaders' faces, because they're past masters at trying to show a different face to the camera because they know the cameras are zooming in on them. My thing is on what's happening.
And can I
on
just
this
say-
entire
yeah.
sequence of events.
No, I'm coming to what is
Ji.
happening.
Ji.
So we'll go back a little bit when we are discussing the sequence of events. You know, the very reason why today Shinde Sahab is a part of Mahayuti is because he was more loyal to his ideology than the very son of the founder of his previous political party. That's the reason. People have stuck to him in a very loyal way because he stuck to the ideology shown by Bala Saheb. And today, wherever MVA has gone, it is only because of those reasons. They were not loyal to themselves. How will they show any loyalty to the people of Maharashtra? They are not true to themselves. How will they show any kind of honesty to the people of Maharashtra? And let me say one last thing. One last thing and a very important thing. Here in this alliance, every person can have an aspiration to be the chief minister. Can anyone tell me, had it been the other way around, had it been an MVA win, would anybody else be dreaming about taking on as the chief minister apart from Uddhav ji?
No. See, please, Nana Patole was on record to say that Congress will make the government, Congress-led government will be there. And Sharad Pawar ji, very clearly, everybody knows
well,
that they wanted to project Sukhbir Singh. So there are more number of chief ministerial aspirants in the Mahavikas Agadi compared to the Mahayuti. But my question back on the Mahayuti, my question back on the Mahayuti is, this is also for the BJP to manage perceptions, Charupragya, if you would agree, that the BJP has been accused of cannibalizing its regional partners. Now you propped up an Eknath Shinde 2.5 years ago, and full credit to him that from a who is Eknath Shinde to the Eknath Shinde, this transition has happened, transformation has happened, also because of the dint of the hard work, along with the support, solid support that the BJP and Devendra Fadnavis have offered him. But if this entire thing is not managed properly, you have a problem. Because he cannot be, and the Shiv Sena should not once again be the butt of jokes and ridicule, saying, see, now the numbers have come, use and throw has happened. So you accept that that is also serious perception management, that is also that the BJP has had to deal with. And somewhere it looks like Eknath Shinde has been very careful about that. He's been very conscious about that. Agree, disagree?
So I agree with the fact that a certain amount of perception management is obviously important in politics, and that is why these statements which fly out publicly between Congress leaders and other leaders of the India Alliance should not be happening. Even right now, Parliament is in session. Last 2 days, we've only heard India Alliance leaders talk against each other. They don't come on the same page. They don't agree about anything. Today in Maharashtra, they agree only because they have been outnumbered to such a tiny number that really they have left with no say. They don't even have a leader of opposition in the state of Maharashtra today. Let me tell you one thing, when you're united for the right reasons, when you're united under the umbrella of the right ideology, it is far easier to work together. I'm not saying you're not supposed to have your personal ambitions in politics, definitely you are, but it is possible to work together for the common good if you're at least on the same page with major issues, which is what Mahayuti has got today, which the MVA definitely does not have.
Okay.
We have not seen them come together on any of the major issues. And lastly, let me say this, Bharatiya Janata Party is creating new leadership across the country, whichever state you look at today. It could be leadership in an alliance we have formed, it could be leadership within our own party, and that is very much welcome. Shinde Sahab is a true leader today, and he will always remain one. Nobody takes away from a leader, it's just not done.
Okay. Rikul Patel, you put your hand up. Ji.
You put the right question to the Bharatiya Janata Party. They have a philosophy to enter into a particular state with the regional party, and once they get into the power, they want to make them minorize and they want to get into power by anyhow. We have seen in 2019 to 2024 how they have come into the power.
Who is the Chief Minister of Bihar right now? Mr Patel, who is the Chief Minister of Bihar?
Let him, he's heard you out, let him make his point.
He is factually incorrect, no?
उनको बोलना नहीं. He is making a claim. We'll counter him once he finishes.
That is the difference between. That is the difference. What I want to always say, that Bharatiya Janata Party not want to listen that what is correct and what is incorrect. They just say what they are thinking is correct, and other people are always wrong. And other people are always
Nikulji, you will also agree. Not every Congress neta is like you. Neither is every Congress spokesperson or leader like you. So please complete. Go ahead.
Okay. See, that is what we have observed during the entire tenure of Bharatiya Janata Party and Modi Kal. If you see in Gujarat also, they are telling that Congress Mukt Bharat. But now you can see Congress Yukt Bhajap. So that is what is philosophy of Bharatiya Janata Party, making people with them, taking into their party to get it into power, and then just marginalize them and put it into one side. What is going to happen to Shiv Sena, Eknath Shinde? I don't know. They have made them chief minister. Now, if they really want to help him out, supporting him, then I would wish that Eknath Shinde should become chief minister rather than Devendra Fadnavis.
हाँ, ये तो अभी आप नारद मुनि का काम भी आप कर रहे हो. देखो हरियाणा के पहले यू गॉट लोकसभा एंड देन यू सेड आई एम बड़े मियाँ, and then Haryana happened, Maharashtra happened, Bade Miyan ended up making Chote Miyan further Chote Miyan in Maharashtra. That's what the Congress party has done. 102 सीट में से कितना आपका conversion rate है? Everybody says आपकी वजह से बाकी दोनों भी हार गए, 2 भी सीटें हार गए. हम महेश चौहान is this is गठबंधन धर्मा. Otherwise महेश चौहान would have said correct बोल रहे हैं आप आरत जी. But Mahesh Chauhan, do you see this government will last 5 years, full term? Devendra Fadnavis is the only one after Vasantrao Naik ji to be able to do it in the past. Ji.
Looking at the numbers, yes, I think this government will last. Secondly, at this moment, what I feel is we shouldn't be focusing on what's happening with Mahayuti and their government. We should be focusing on the core issues, what the people of Maharashtra are facing. Though this Mahayuti government is giving its credit to the Ladki Behan scheme, there are issues like, unemployment rate and then inflation, farmers' distress. Would like to focus on that.
Right.
And secondly, I would like to bring to your notice here that though Mahayuti is giving its credit to the Ladki Behan scheme, as far as this scheme is concerned, they are claiming that 2.5 crores of women, they got the benefit of this scheme. But at the same time, if you look at it the other way around, these beneficiaries were the ones whose family income was less than 2.5 lakhs per year. That means, considering at least 4 members of a family, 2.5 crores into 4, 10 crore people are there in Maharashtra whose income is less than 2.5 lakhs annually, right? So we have to take care of these people. We have to work for uplifting these people's lives. This is what the focus should be. And there are many other things in Maharashtra which people of Maharashtra are facing.
Right.
So,
right. I have to wind up because we got other stories to cover, but this is something which is going viral. It's Prime Minister Narendra Modi, when he introduced soon after the victory and what happened at the BJP headquarters that day in the evening, he addressed Devendra Fadnavis as Mere Param Mitra. Now, this is again going viral on social media, so just playing this. This was a News 18 interview which Rahul Joshi, our editor-in-chief, had with the Prime Minister not so long ago, and this is what the PM had to say about Devendra Fadnavis. Let me just play this out.
लंबे अरसे के बाद जो एक पूरा कार्यकाल मुख्यमंत्री रहे और पूरी सरकार बेदाग रही, पूरी सरकार लोगों का भला करने वाली सरकार रही. एक मुख्यमंत्री सफल रहा हुआ मुख्यमंत्री वो आज डिप्टी सीएम बनकर के भी एक प्रकार से खुद के सम्मान को छोड़ करके आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी सिर्फ और सिर्फ महाराष्ट्र के उज्जवल भविष्य के लिए.
So that's what the PM had said. I'm just trying to let's see if I can play this, just a 30-second clip, so let's see if we can play this out again. This is what the PM thinks about Devendra Fadnavis.
पहले व्यक्ति थे लंबे अरसे के बाद जो एक पूरा कार्यकाल मुख्यमंत्री रहे और पूरी सरकार बेदाग रही, पूरी सरकार लोगों का भला करने वाली सरकार रही. एक मुख्यमंत्री सफल रहा हुआ मुख्यमंत्री वो आज डिप्टी सीएम बनकर के भी एक प्रकार से खुद के सम्मान को छोड़ करके आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी सिर्फ और सिर्फ महाराष्ट्र के उज्जवल भविष्य के लिए.
So someone who kept personal pride, personal ego aside for the party, for the Sangathan and for a bright future of Maharashtra, listened to the top leaders and did what was asked of him. That is who Devendra Fadnavis is for me, and that's how I see Devendra Fadnavis is what PM Narendra Modi had said. And that's the reason why he's back on the CM's kursi. Like he told us, jo bhi kursi mile, usko comfortable bana lo. This CM's kursi, let's hope, for the sake of Maharashtra and the voters who have reposed confidence, remains comfortable for the full term. We're going to take a very, very short break. When we come back, a Khalistani link emerges on the attack on Sukhbir Badal in Punjab, right outside the Harmandir Sahib, and a startling allegation by the Punjab cop, top Punjab cop. Was this staged, managed to try and evoke sympathy? Stay with us.
I declare martial law to protect the Free Republic of Korea from the threat of North Korean communist forces, to eradicate the despicable pro-North Korean anti-state forces that are plundering the freedom and happiness of our people, and to protect the free constitutional order.
비상계엄을 선포합니다. 저는 이 비상계엄을 통해
Through this martial law, I will rebuild and protect the Free Republic of Korea, which is falling into the abyss of national ruin. To this end, I will definitely eradicate the anti-state forces who are the main culprit of the country's ruination and conduct vicious activities.
반드시 척결하겠습니다.
지금 과장님 지금 이불 앞에 국회도로가 완전히 점거됐습니다.
북한 공산
I declare martial law to protect the Free Republic of Korea from the threat of North Korean communist forces, to eradicate the despicable pro-North Korean anti-state forces that are plundering the freedom and happiness of our people, and to protect the free constitutional order.
비상계엄을 선포합니다. 저는 이 비상계엄을 통해
Through this martial law, I will rebuild and protect the Free Republic of Korea, which is falling into the abyss of national ruin. To this end, I will definitely eradicate the anti-state forces who are the main culprit of the country's ruination and conduct vicious activities.
세력을 반드시 척결하겠습니다.
지금 과장님 지금 이불 앞에 국회대로가 완전히 점거됐습니다.
While 62-year-old Sukhbir Singh Badal, former Deputy Chief Minister of Punjab, was performing Sevadar duties after Akal Takht pronounced the Tankhwa, or religious punishment, for him and for several other Akali Dal leaders for mistakes committed during their party's rule in Punjab between 2007 to 2017. Bullets were fired targeting him earlier this morning. The incident occurred around 9 a.m. shortly after Mr Badal had taken the Sevadar's position at the Golden Temple Gate, or the Harmandir Sahib's gate or entrance, as an assassination attempt was witnessed on camera. On Sukhbir Singh Badal, while he was sitting there, he was surrounded by people. Visuals show a person approaching the gate, walking towards Badal. Then he quickly brings out a gun, and a man standing near Sukhbir Badal spots him and just pushes away his hand, and there are shots fired, and you can see the fire exchange happen. The rescuer was identified as Assistant Sub-Inspector Sukhbir Singh, who had previously served in the security detail of former Punjab Chief Minister Prakash Singh Badal, Mr Sukhbir Badal's father. Now the gun goes off but misses Badal and others near him and hits the wall. The shooter was then nabbed. We're given to understand there were 2 rounds that were fired. Now a Khalistani link has emerged with this attempt on Sukhbir Badal. Now this person, this assailant, is Narayan Singh Chora, the shooter who targeted him. He has Khalistani links. He was a member of the Babur Khalsa International. He served 5 years in jail on terror charges. He was arrested under Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. He's linked with the Khalistan Liberation Force. He's associated with the K Group Akal Federation. He's also mastermind of the 2004 Burel jailbreak. He had crossed over to Pakistan in 1984, involved in arms smuggling into Punjab. Many pending cases against him, some of which he's also been convicted. Akashdeep Muni, political analyst, with us. Harish Rai Dhanda, spokesperson of the SAD, with us. Namaste, gentlemen. Jai Hind. Akashdeep Muni, the allegation is that the AAP government in Punjab has failed in law and order, failed in protecting a former Deputy Chief Minister who was actually offering penance.
See, today Sukhbir Singh Badal, who was doing penance at Golden Temple, has been attacked. Fortunately, it was the Punjab police which was able to stop this attack today. Keeping the threat perception, an IG level police officer, 2 SP, 2 DSP and 175 police officers in civil uniform were deployed. And ASI Jasbir Singh of Amritsar police has been able to stop this attack, and we can see the same in your pictures as well, that he comes forward and stops the assailant. Today what it come to light that it is Punjab police who has taken stern action against criminals, while we can see in Delhi the system is a bit different, where every now and then killings is happening, extortion is happening, drug abuse is happening. Today in Dholi 3 people were killed. Recently, just 2 days ago, you have seen that one police officer police constable was killed from Delhi. So these things were continuing in Delhi while Punjab has been safe now. Now, why it is happening really in Punjab? Because Punjab has seen a Khalistani element since years along, and now it is coming to check. This person from Babur Khalsa, this assailant, Mr. Chora, Narayan Chora, Now this person is from Babur Khalsa International. Who supported Babur Khalsa International? You remember, Anandji, in 1995, during the Shiromani Akali Dal and Bharatiya Janata Party government, in 1996, there were slew of attacks, and on whom? On number of people, including RSS and BJP and Sikhs in Jalandhar, in Moga, in Ludhiana, everywhere. These attacks happened because assailants were supported by terrorists then. Now, Babur Khalsa International and other terrorist groups have been nabbed and kept in ground. But this person has, that is why this has been nabbed, and this particular incident.
The point is that this person was floating around and he was walking around freely. Yes, there is a security detail to a neta, but does that absolve the cops who couldn't spot this person walking close to Mr Badal? But Harish Rai Dhanda, fact is, the AAP government is claiming it was cops who stopped the assassination attempt or the bid.
So this gentleman is having 35 cases of arson. MMG was recovered from him, AK-47 was recovered from him, explosives were recovered from him. He has a history.
But aren't most of the cases from about 35 years ago? 35 to 40 years ago?
It doesn't matter. The question is, this person as on today has a past history. And despite past history, he was freely roaming there. He was seen the same day in the morning. Twice he crossed Sukhbir Badal to find a convenient time to hit him. Day before, he was again found roaming. 2 days before, he was again found roaming there. It means the police intelligence has failed. And there is another coincidence. Earlier, the tweet is from the official handle of AAP that Musewala security has been withdrawn. He is shot dead. Yesterday, Bhagwant Mann had a tweet on X that he is now convicted by Akal Takht and he will not be provided any security. He has to appear there as a common man. What was the need of that if there were 170 persons as claimed? And what 170 were doing when he was roaming freely over there? The day before, he was seen talking to policemen. He was talking, standing them, joking with them. They don't even know that. Or it is a plot.
Now that's the other charge that CCTV footage claims, Akashdeep Muni, that this man perhaps did a recce. He tried to figure out where Sukhbir Badal will be sitting. He did a proper recce and then he was talking to policemen. That's what CCTV footage now claims. So what would you say to that?
Anandji, in Darbar Sahab, you cannot frisk anybody at this point in time. That is why he was not frisked. First. And second is that Z plus security is given today to Prakash Singh Badal, and it was yesterday also and day before yesterday also. You can check with these
Sukhbir Badal, you mean?
So,
Prakash Badal Sahab is...
Yeah, Prakash Badal Sahab has Z plus security and no security has been removed from him.
No, Sukhbir Badal has Z plus security.
Sorry. Pardon me, Sukhbir Badal. Pardon me. Now, this person was not frisked because in Darbar Sahab nobody can be frisked. Anybody can go there.
Correct.
This is a religious place and nobody can be frisked.
But the question that's being asked is that the cops could have spotted this person, known that he's a history sheeter, he's a troublemaker, and based on the questions that were perhaps being asked, they could have ensured that this person doesn't approach or get very close to Mr. Sukhbir Badal. That's one part. There's another interesting part. Mr. Dhanda, listen to this, please. This is Gurpreet Bhullar, Amritsar Police Commissioner. Listen to what he's saying.
नारायण सिंह चौड़ा एक ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪੁਰਾਣਾ ਕ੍ਰਿਮੀਨਲ ਵੀ ਹੈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਅਰੈਸਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਔਰ ਉਹਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇਨਵੈਸਟੀਗੇਸ਼ਨ ਉਹ ਜਾਰੀ ਹੈ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੁਕੱਦਮਾ ਦਰਜ ਕੀਤਾ ਔਰ ਉਹਦੇ ਪੋਜੈਸ਼ਨ ਤੋਂ 9mm ਦਾ ਪਿਸਟਲ ਵੀ ਬਰਾਮਦ ਹੋਇਆ ਔਰ ਸਾਰੀ ਤਹਿਕੀਕਾਤ ਹਰ ਐਂਗਲ ਤੋਂ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਇਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਸਾਰੇ ਹੀ ਐਂਗਲ ਇਨਵੈਸਟੀਗੇਸ਼ਨ 'ਚ ਬੜਾ ਡੀਪਲੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਨਵੈਸਟੀਗੇਟ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਉਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਇਹਦਾ ਆਪਣੀ ਮਾਨਸਿਕਤਾ ਕੀ ਸੀਗੀ ਜਾਂ ਕੀ ਇਹਦੇ ਮਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੀਗਾ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਕੋਈ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਜਾਂ ਪੋਲੀਟੀਕਲ ਐਂਗਲ ਇਸ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅੱਜ ਉੱਥੇ ਇਨਸੀਡੈਂਟ ਹੋਇਆ ਉਹਦੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਥਰਡ ਐਂਗਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਿੰਪਥੀ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਐਂਗਲ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਕਿਸੇ ਆਪ ਸਿੰਪਥੀ ਲੈਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ, ਉਹ ਵੀ ਐਂਗਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੂਰਾ ਡੀਪਲੀ ਇਨਵੈਸਟੀਗੇਟ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਔਰ ਜੋ ਟ੍ਰਾਂਸਪੇਰੈਂਟ
That's the third ankle that Gurpreet Bhullar talked about, Harish Rai Dhanda, that this was perhaps staged by the Akali Dal to gain sympathy.
It is very unfortunate to state that. That's how the Arvind Kejriwal used to get slapped himself. Oh my God, what a thing to state. It's so unfortunate that the police officer and the present government makes him to make such statement. Is that for the sympathy one will call for a history sheeter to attack one person? Themselves call them? It's so unfortunate. This speaks the conspiracy of Aam Aadmi Party. If they want to take the opponents like this, it is not fair thing to state. And this man's brother was also known to Sukhbir Singh. There's various things. Sukhbir Singh appointed his brother as the Zilla Parishad chief, nominated him. It's a very deep-rooted conspiracy, as was a Beadbi. You see, the Beadbi consumed the Akali Dal, and two governments were formed on Beadbi. The case stands there itself. So this is a conspiracy, and I am.
Well, we'll wait for the investigation to bear fruit and see which way it turns. There are multiple reasons, multiple questions that are being raised, multiple angles being probed. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. We're going to take a very short break. When we come back, we are in conversation with someone who was right there on ground back on the 27th of February in 2002, when coach number S6 of the Sabarmati Express was burnt down in Godhra. Stay with us.
I declare martial law to protect the Free Republic of Korea from the threat of North Korean communist forces, to eradicate the despicable pro-North Korean anti-state forces that are plundering the freedom and happiness of our people, and to protect the free constitutional order.
비상계엄을 선포합니다. 저는 이 비상계엄을 통해
Through this martial law, I will rebuild and protect the Free Republic of Korea, which is falling into the abyss of national ruin. To this end, I will definitely eradicate the anti-state forces who are the main culprit of the country's ruination and conduct vicious activities.
반드시 척결하겠습니다.
지금 과장님 지금 이불 앞에 국회대로가 완전히 점거됐습니다.
북한 공산
I declare martial law to protect the Free Republic of Korea from the threat of North Korean communist forces, to eradicate the despicable pro-North Korean anti-state forces that are plundering the freedom and happiness of our people, and to protect the free constitutional order.
비상계엄을 선포합니다. 저는 이 비상계엄을 통해
Through this martial law, I will rebuild and protect the Free Republic of Korea, which is falling into the abyss of national ruin. To this end, I will definitely eradicate.
The larger reason and the reason why we are speaking with him is because he was one of the first reporters on ground on the 27th of February 2002 at that Signal Fata area where the Sabarmati Express was burned down by a Muslim mob of more than 1,000 people. Ashish ji, उस दिन का घटनाक्रम जरा आप बताइए and tell us what did you see that day?
देखिए आनंद जी, उस दिन मैं चूंकि उस समय मैं जी न्यूज में था और हम लोगों की उस समय वीसेट सैटेलाइट के माध्यम से हम लोग अपनी फीड भेजते थे और काफी चूंकि अहमदाबाद ब्यूरो से थे तो काफी देर हो चुकी थी, लगभग रात में 3-3:30 बजे मुझे अपनी फीड भेजने का नंबर आया और मैं बहुत देर रात को जाकर सो पाया था। फिर मेरा जो एक मोबाइल नंबर था 9824010860 जो मुझे आज भी याद है, वो गुजरात में बहुत लोकप्रिय था। तो मेरे पास सुबह से लगातार उस पर फोन आ रहे थे। मैं समझा नहीं, बोले देखिए साहब आप बचाइए आके, यहाँ ऐसा घटनाक्रम हो रहा है। मैं कुछ समझा नहीं। मैंने कहा आप कहाँ से बोल रहे हैं? तो उन्होंने कहा हम साबरमती ट्रेन से बोल रहे हैं, गोधरा में हम लोग हैं। तो मुझे फिर एकदम सडनली मुझे 1-2 बार जब कॉल आया, 2 बार आए तो मुझे लगा कि मुझे जागना चाहिए। मैंने तुरंत जो है उस समय के तत्कालीन वहां पर गोधरा के एसपी को फोन लगाया। मैंने अपनी डायरी निकाल के, क्योंकि मोबाइल फोन में उस तरह के फोन बुक में नहीं होते थे, मैंने उनको फोन लगाया तो उन्होंने कहा कि मैं स्पॉट की जा रहा हूँ। फिर मुझे लगा कि मुझे कलेक्टर को भी फोन करना चाहिए। उस समय तत्कालीन डीएम वहां की जयंती रवि है थी, उसको मैंने कॉल किया तो उन्होंने कहा बिल्कुल मैं स्पॉट पे ही हूँ और यहाँ पर ऐसा इंसिडेंट हुआ है। तो मुझे एकदम सडनली इतना क्लिक हुआ और मैं तुरंत जो है कुछ समझा उससे पहले मैंने तुरंत जो है, जो कि समय करीब 9-9:15 बज चुके थे, मैंने तुरंत ऑफिस फोन किया कि मेरे कैमरा पर्सन है क्या वहां पर। तो उन्होंने कहा, मेरे ड्राइवर ने कहा साहब अभी वो नहीं आए हैं। तो मैंने कैमरा पर्सन ड्राइवर से ही कहा कि चलो कैमरा लेके हम तुरंत जो है गोधरा की ओर रश करते हैं। मेरे अपने साथी श्री ब्रजेश कुमार सिंह जो मेरे वरिष्ठ साथी थे, मैंने उनको बताया कि मैं ऐसे ऐसे घटनाक्रम में जो है मेरे पास आया। तो उन्होंने कहा मुझे भी ऐसी जानकारी लगी है। तो मैं तुरंत जो है गोधरा की ओर रश किया मैंने वहां पर। और उस दिन मैंने चूंकि तत्काल रास्ते में ही अपने गोधरा के जो संवाददाता हमारे स्ट्रिंगर्स जो हैं उनको फोन लगाया, मेरे अपने स्ट्रिंगर को फोन लगाया, उससे मुझसे मेरी बातचीत नहीं हो पाई। दूसरे स्ट्रिंगर्स को मैंने कांटेक्ट करने की कोशिश की, किसी से कोई कांटेक्ट नहीं हो पाया। क्योंकि ये कहें कि दुर्भाग्य से जो गोधरा के जो सारे संवाददाता थे वो एक कोई कार्यक्रम कवर करने के लिए कहीं इंटीरियर में गए थे गोधरा से। तो उस समय गोधरा में कोई भी जो है किसी भी एक तरह से कहें तो पत्रकार, वहां के जो स्थानीय पत्रकार है वो गोधरा में नहीं थे। इसलिए मैं जैसे वहां एक तरीके से, और ये पूरा घटनाक्रम जो मुझे छोटी सी जानकारी मिली, मैंने तत्काल जो है अपने असाइनमेंट डेस्क को बताया और गोधरा की ओर रवाना हुआ। मैंने देखा कि मैं सबसे पहले बार वहां पर पहुंचा और वहां पर घटना स्थल पर मैंने जाके देखा कि जो दृश्य वहां पर देखा वो मुझे आज भी याद आता है। क्योंकि जो A6 डब्बा था उसमें ये जो यात्री थे वो एक तरफ जो है उनकी शव जो बिल्कुल एक तरीके से मांस के लोथड़े में तब्दील हो चुके थे, वो मुझे एक तरफ जो है इकट्ठे दिखाई दिए। और इतना विभत्स दृश्य था कि मैं जैसे डब्बे में चढ़ा मैं तुरंत उल्टी करते वापस, मैंने ऐसा लगा उल्टी हो गई और मुझे उल्टी हो गई। दूसरी बार फिर मैंने कोशिश की, फिर वो दृश्य मैं नहीं देख पा रहा था। मेरे कैमरा पर्सन को मैंने कहा कि अब चूंकि शूट करना था, हमें पता था कि हम फुटेज का उपयोग नहीं कर पाएंगे। मैंने उससे कहा कि थोड़ा सा, वो भी जो है उसकी भी स्थिति ऐसी ही थी और वो मुंह में किसी तरह से रुमाल ढक के जो है वो उसने शूट किया। फिर मैंने कहा कि आप कुछ इस तरह के दृश्य मत कीजिए। और वहां पर मैंने स्पॉट पर उस समय वहां के तत्कालीन जो वडोदरा रेल डिवीजन के एडीआरएम धर्मपाल थे, उनसे स्पॉट पे बात की। वहां के आरपीएफ के तत्कालीन जो वहां के थाना प्रभारी थे, वो अगर कहें तो बाय रिलीजन वो क्रिश्चियन थे, उनसे बात की। उन्होंने पूरा घटनाक्रम मुझे ऑन कैमरा बताया कि कुछ ऐसा ऐसा था। मैं घर पर था, मैंने आवाज सुनी और हमारे 2 कांस्टेबल, एक मिस्टर यादव और मिस्टर पांडे, वो स्पॉट पर थे और उन्होंने कहा किस तरीके से उन्होंने इस पूरी घटनाक्रम को जो है देखा है और उसको किसी तरीके से उन्होंने उसे वहां जो मॉब इकट्ठा हुआ था जिसने अटैक किया था उसको चित्र-बितर करने का काम उन्होंने किया था। आनंद जी,
तो घटनाक्रम क्या था? आप कितने बजे वहां पहुंचे? आपने कहा कि इस तरह से आपने एक विभत्स दृश्य वहां देखा, तो हुआ क्या था एक्चुअल घटनाक्रम जो पहले आपको बताया गया और बाद में जिस तरह से इसको पोर्ट्रे किया गया, उसमें कितना अंतर?
देखिए आनंद जी, जो मैंने वहां पर पता किया तो मुझे पता चला कि जो गाड़ी लगभग 2-3 बजे आना था, गोधरा का जो शेड्यूल टाइम था साबरमती एक्सप्रेस का, जो कि उस समय मुजफ्फरपुर से चलकर अहमदाबाद की ओर आती थी, लेकिन उस दिन करीब 4.5 घंटे देरी से गोधरा रेलवे स्टेशन पर पहुंची थी। वहां कुछ इन लोगों का कुछ देर तक वो रही, फिर वो गोधरा स्टेशन से आगे बढ़ी। तो जैसे आगे मतलब टूवर्ड्स वडोदरा की ओर जब वो जा रही थी, तो वहीं पर उसको फिर चेन पुल हुआ और वहां पर जो बात आती है कि वो सिंगल फलिया बोलते हैं उसको, है वो सिग्नल के आसपास रहने वाली एक बस्ती है, तो वो सिंगल फलिया, लेकिन अपभ्रंश हो गया उसका सिंगल फलिया, और उस फलिये के वहां पर वो एक तरीके से आउटर के पास में बसी हुई, क्योंकि रेलवे सिग्नल के पास वो बस्ती बसी हुई है, तो वहां पर वो चेन पुल करने से रुकी। वहां पर जो है लोगों ने मॉब में अटैक किया उसके ऊपर, खूब पत्थरबाजी हुई, और चूंकि वहां आसपास झाड़ियां भी थी और काफी जो है लोग मतलब किनारे पर ना पटरी के आसपास आना आसान नहीं था, लेकिन वहां पर खूब लोगों ने जमकर पत्थरबाजी की। और ये जो खास बात ये कि जो S6 डिब्बा है, वो एक जो पगडंडी सिंगल फलिया से रेलवे ट्रैक की ओर आती थी, वो ठीक उस पगडंडी के सामने ही दुर्भाग्य से कहें तो S6 डिब्बा वहां उसके आके रुका, और वहां पर इतनी ज्यादा पत्थरबाजी हुई, जो उस समय के जो यात्री थे, जो अन्य जो डब्बों के यात्री, उन्होंने बताया कि खूब ज्यादा पत्थरबाजी हुई। इस पत्थरबाजी के इतना ज्यादा हुई कि उन लोगों को एक तरफ बचने के लिए एक तरफ आ गए, इकट्ठे हुए। कुछ लोग उस डब्बे के अंदर, जो बता दो उस समय की 100-125 लोग उस डब्बे के अंदर थे, S6 डिब्बे के अंदर, जो कि एक स्लीपर कोच था। कुछ तो इधर उधर निकल गए, कुछ दूसरी तरफ से कूदने का उन्होंने भी प्रयास किया, लेकिन जो लोग किसी तरह बच गए। और उस बीच क्या हुआ कि जो उनका कहना था कि कुछ 5-7 लोग आए और वो डब्बे में अंदर घुस गए और उन्हें एक तरफ से उसके अंदर पेट्रोल और एसिड डाल दिया, और वो जो जब एक तरीके से पेट्रोल बहा, फिर उन्होंने अंदर से ही जो है उसमें आग लगा दी। तो ये लोग जो है, कुछ लोग तो सौभाग्य से उसमें से कुछ कूदने में सफल हो गए, कुछ दूसरे डिब्बे की ओर चले गए, लेकिन जो लोग रह गए उनमें कुछ महिलाएं, बच्चे, पुरुष, मतलब लगभग 59 लोग जो है वो ऑन द स्पॉट उस डब्बे में ही खत्म हो गए। और जो लोग भागने की कोशिश की, उनके साथ भी मारपीट हुई, लेकिन वो एक तरीके से कहे तो उनके साथ मारपीट हुई, लेकिन उनकी जान नहीं गई। पूरा एक तरीके से उस समय एक अनाउंसमेंट हो रहा था और वो वहां से उनको निर्देश दिए जा रहे थे कि आप ऐसा कीजिए। उस समय जो RPF के इंस्पेक्टर थे, उन्होंने कहा कि मैंने खुद अपने घर में नहा रहा था, मैं उस अपने घर पर था, उस समय मैंने अपनी ये आवाजें सुनी थी, क्योंकि वो रेलवे के अपने ही स्टाफ क्वार्टर में रहते थे। ये खुद उन्होंने ऑन कैमरा मुझे उस समय स्वीकार किया था और कहा कि चूंकि मैं भी तुरंत जो है अपने घर से फिर जब ये सुना सारा सब कुछ, तो मैं स्टेशन पर अपने पुलिस स्टेशन, जो RPF का पुलिस स्टेशन, उसकी तरफ मैंने भी रश किया। तो ये उन्होंने उस समय कहा था। और जिससे बाद में आए भी है कि मौलाना उमर जी जो है, उनके बारे में उनका नाम भी आया था, तो उनके ऊपर आरोप भी था कि उन्होंने भीड़ को जो है मोबिलाइज किया और उन्होंने उसके लिए फंडिंग भी की थी। तो ये सारी बातें बाद में सामने आई हैं। और दूसरी बात, जैसा आपने कहा है कि बाद में पूरी दुनिया का जो ध्यान है, क्योंकि 27 फरवरी के बाद 28 फरवरी को इसके विरोध में, गोधरा के विरोध में पूरा गुजरात बंद का कॉल किया गया, और उसके बाद आपको पता ही है पूरे इंसिडेंट हुए जो, तो सारा जो ध्यान जो है वो गोधरा बाद के इंसिडेंट पर पूरी दुनिया का चला। लेकिन जो मूल जिसके कारण ये हुआ, यानी जो इस पूरे घटनाक्रम जो बाद में हम कहते हैं पोस्ट गोधरा, जिसके कारण हुआ, जो इन लोगों का हम कहें कि विदेशी ताकतों का भी, और जो सबका मकसद था कि पूरे देश का ध्यान, वो अकेले गोधरा गुजरात का ही नहीं, पूरे देश का ध्यान डाइवर्ट किया जाए, एक तरीके से देश में कम्युनल टेंस का जो है वातावरण तैयार किया जाए, उनका ये मोटिव था। और मुझे लगता है कि उस मोटिव में सफल हुए, लेकिन जो मूल जिसके कारण से इस पूरी कॉन्स्पिरेसी हुई, उसको बाद में एक तरीके से दुर्घटना के तौर पर जो है प्रचारित करने का प्रयास किया गया।
Greenlam Laminates presents CNN News 18 Primetime Studio.
Good evening. We're coming to you live from the CNN News 18 Primetime Studio presented by Greenlam Laminates. This is Brass Tacks. I'm Zaka Jacob. Congress Leader of the Opposition Rahul Gandhi and his sister, newly elected MP from Wayanad, Priyanka Gandhi, today tried to go to Sambhal in Uttar Pradesh, which has been the scene of communal violence and shooting in which 4 people died. The wounds in Sambhal and in the local communities there have not healed yet. And Mr. Rahul Gandhi's visit, the BJP's argument goes, would have further exacerbated those wounds rather than heal those wounds. But the Gandhi siblings were not allowed to enter the district. They were stopped in Ghazipur itself, which is far away from Sambhal. The UP administration says the situation in Sambhal is volatile, there are prohibitory orders, no political party representatives are being allowed inside the district, and that the Gandhi siblings' visit would have made this even more politically surcharged. The Congress argues that as leader of the opposition, Rahul Gandhi is well within his right to visit any part of India, particularly a part of India where there has been violence or tension, because as leader of the opposition, he is within his right to go there and speak to the people and to assuage their concerns. So the question then is, who is stoking the Sambhal fire and towards what end?
मेरा जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अधिकार है उसको मुझे दिया नहीं जा रहा है। नया हिंदुस्तान है, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को खत्म करने का हिंदुस्तान है।
किसी भी दल के नेता को ये जाने नहीं दे रहे, आखिरकार छिपाना क्या चाहते हैं? और प्रशासन की भाषा देखिए, 10 तारीख तक जाने क्या क्या छिपा देंगे, जाने कितना दबाव बना देंगे लोगों पर।
एक रस्म अदायगी करने के लिए उत्तर प्रदेश के संवेदनशील इस समय जो क्षेत्र है वहां संभल में जाने का प्रयास करते नजर आए।
All right, let's open this up. Who is fanning the Sambhal fire? Like I said, this whole thing started with a court there, a local court, ordering a survey of a very famous mosque, because the contention by the Hindu side was that this was built on the ruins of a Har Har temple. Of course, that led to firing. In that firing, 4 people died. The police, of course, are investigating who fired, why, and are trying to bring the culprits to book. Ajay Alok, spokesperson of the BJP, joining us. Ghanshyam Tiwari, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. Dr. Shama Mohammed, spokesperson of the Congress Party. Rahul Ishwar, activist, is also now joining us on the broadcast. Ajay Alok, the contention by the Congress Party, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, is that as leader of the opposition, he is well within his right to visit any part of the country. Sambhal is very much within India. It requires a healing touch, and he was going there to speak to the people directly and to address their concerns, to find out what their problems are, what their grievances are, and to tell them that, look, somebody is listening to them, somebody is caring for them. Why are you stopping him from doing that? That's the Congress's question.
Well, Zaka, as a leader of opposition, he should understand his responsibility, and especially when you are just showing the constitution all the time. Because according to the constitution provision, the local administration there at Sambhal had decided that till 10th, nobody will be allowed to enter Sambhal who does not belong to Sambhal. And if the local administration has taken a decision, the decision must be respected, because that's a part of constitution. And Rahul Gandhi is doing nothing. He's just trying to create a ruckus. He wanted to be in the eye of the camera today. That's why he decided to go to Sambhal, because he knew already that he will be stopped at Ghaziabad border. Because 2 days ago, his party president from Uttar Pradesh, Ajay Rai, was stopped in Lucknow from going to Sambhal. Samajwadi Party delegation, they also seek permission to go to Sambhal. They were also denied the permission. So people in Delhi know that nobody is allowed to go to Sambhal. Then also he decided. You know why? Day before yesterday, Akhilesh Yadav, after saying that Adani se zyada important hai Sambhal, Akhilesh Yadav raised this Sambhal issue in the parliament, and he had a 5-10 minutes discussion over Sambhal. Now he has the bus, missing the bus case. Now the whole party, Congress party ecosystem started thinking that we are missing the bus. Akhilesh Yadav is now going to take a runaway with all the hijack. Because after this Kundarki result in Uttar Pradesh, and when Muslims in majority have shifted towards Bharatiya Janata Party, and we have won this seat since 1993 for the first time, there is a natural fear, and there is a natural competition between Samajwadi Party and the Congress Party, that who gets ek musht bhaijan vote. This is the problem. They don't have any concern for Muslims. They don't have any concern for Sambhal. Rahul Gandhi was not going to offer prayer in Hariharathnath Mandir there, or offer a namaz in the masjid there. I have a simple one question. If these people are law-abiding citizens for the Congress and the BJP and the Samajwadi Party, please ask them a single question. That Sambhal Masjid is a protected monument for ASI. It's a protected monument, listed. People in that monument made them ASI people ran away. So are they in favor that that protected monument should be returned back to the ASI or not? Just ask them this.
So Dr. Shama Mohammed, the contention by the BJP and the UP administration there, the local administration, is that was Rahul Gandhi's visit necessary at this time? The violence we all saw resulting from the court-ordered survey, the ASI team had to flee for their lives, 4 people are dead. The police are investigating who fired and what weapon was used. I'll come to that in 1 second. But the basic contention is that Mr. Gandhi's visit, Ms. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra's visit would exacerbate the communal tensions and not promote peace. This was simply a photo opportunity. This was tragedy tourism aimed at political gain and not with genuine concern for the victims. If he had genuine concern for the victims, he doesn't have to go to Sambhal. He can ask the victims to come to Delhi, bring them to Parliament.
Okay, first and foremost, please give me time. Most important is Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi had to go there, because when somebody has died, 4 people have died or 5 of them, you don't bring them here. They are in pain. You don't just bring them to, you can't just order, come here. That doesn't work. When somebody dies in India, we go to their house, isn't it? That is the parampara. That is how it is. Now, please give me some time. You said 2 things today. You said, who is stoking the fire? That was your first thing when you started off. And Ajay Alok spoke about the Constitution. Now I'm going to get in both of it. The Places of Worship Act 1991 says very clearly, it prohibits conversion of any place of worship, okay, and provides for the maintenance of the religious structure as of 1947, 15th August. Now, let's go to the 2019 judgment, which we got the Ram Mandir temple. We are all very happy. But in the judgment, headed by former Chief Justice of India, Chandrachud, it says, demolition of the Babri Masjid is a violation of the rule of law. Okay. And then it also says that the Places of Worship Act 1991 is the guarantee offered as a basic structure of the Constitution. So there the Constitution comes in, because the Place of Worship Act is a guarantee in terms of the Constitution. So now I think Ajay Alok has understood what is the Constitution. Now let me finish, please. The judgment says the state has, by enacting the law, enforced a constitutional commitment and organized a constitutional obligation to uphold the equality of all religions and secularism, which is part of the basic structure of the Constitution. Now let's go to 2023, where in the Gyanvapi case, the same Chief Justice heading it, Chandrachud, comes out with a judgment saying that in the Gyanvapi, you can do a non-invasive technology, use a non-invasive technology and go there and do a survey, all right? And just to see what is the status of the place as of 15th August 1947. Now, my issue is with the Supreme Court of India. They should have not gotten that judgment, because that opens a Pandora's box. And behind this is Chief Justice Chandrachud, former Chief Justice of India. Now, what happens is people file a case in the lower court, the High Court ignores it, the survey team comes in, the administration is behind it, there's a big haste to do the survey. Now, if we start like this, Zaka, there are many mosques like this.
That is a different debate. It's coming up before the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court will adjudicate upon that matter. Now, 2 points. One, you refer to the Places of Worship Act. My understanding is, and anybody on the panel is free to correct me, that the said Sambhal Mosque does not come within the purview of the Places of Worship Act, because it's an ASI protected monument. Any ASI protected monument is outside the purview of the Places of Worship Act. Like I said, I could be wrong. You could correct me. But you still have not answered my fundamental question. The question I asked you, Shama Mohammed, why should Mr. Gandhi go there? Is he not exacerbating the wounds rather than healing the wounds?
So ASI, you mentioned ASI. According to you, this is an ASI. Was Gyanvapi an ASI? Was the mosque in Mathura ASI? No. They're just going after every mosque. And I believe my leader stands for each and every one in India. In Sambhal, what happened was unfair. Killing those 5 young men should not have happened. It was really unfair. You didn't need this. And of course, when somebody, it is his duty as the leader of opposition, as a leader in this country,
let me
who is humble to go and meet the
let
people.
me ask Ghanshyam Tiwari this. Again,
from
it's
going
not
there?
just the BJP Ghanshyam Tiwari. There are some members of your party also who are seeing this visit as a politically opportunistic one. The timing of the visit coinciding with ongoing political rivalries. The Samajwadi Party's Ram Gopal Yadav, for example, said that Mr. Gandhi's visit is a mere formality. After all, if he wanted to raise the Sambhal issue, he should have stood with the Samajwadi Party when the debate on Sambhal happened in the Lok Sabha. Mr. Rahul Gandhi did not exercise his LOP rights then to stand with the Samajwadi Party when the Sambhal issue was raised in the Lok Sabha yesterday. So, then the question is, why is the SP, alliance partner of the Congress, not backing Mr. Rahul Gandhi to the hilt when he tries to visit Sambhal?
Good evening, Dr. to you, the viewers, and my fellow co-panelists. There are three important things. One, on Sambhal. In the parliament, the highest court of the country, voted by 140 crore people, Akhilesh Yadav ji, former Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, said that the administration, the Batonge Katoge slogan Chief Minister, powered by the Batoge Katoge slogan Prime Minister, this administration has blood on its hand. It must be tried for murder. Premeditated conspiracy and murder. This was stated by a former Chief Minister. In those 2.5 minutes when he spoke fact to fact on this matter, two senior cabinet ministers stood up. They didn't speak on harmony. One of those senior cabinet ministers is Goli Maro fame Giriraj Singh, the man who stood and clapped as Anurag Thakur started shouting Goli Maro. He tried to interject Akhilesh Yadav ji. The other man is the senior cabinet minister Piyush Goyal, whose department is in some way, past department, is in some way related to SCCI, which is the Adani scam. My point is that we are faced with a situation where the Prime Minister does no press conference. The only place he could be held accountable, whether it is Manipur, whether it is Sambhal, whether it is Adani, is the Parliament. The Prime Minister is missing from the Parliament. Last 10 years are testimony that this government, when it has its might, will not allow under its might for the Parliament to function. There were more Sundays in those 10 years than sittings of Parliament. The lowest average of a Prime Minister to attend the Parliament, 145 members of Parliament thrown out, the highest number of ordinances. So we know that we are faced with a situation where we have to raise Sambhal, we have to raise Adani. We have to because Adani indictment is not the indictment of Adani. Adani has not taken oath on the constitution. It is the Prime Minister. But
Ghanshyam, what has any of that got to do with the topic at hand or the question that I asked you? And secondly, if you were so concerned about the Adani matter, last 2 or 3 days, Congress party has been protesting at the Makar Dwar of the Parliament. Samajwadi Party is not joining them in that protest. TMC is not joining them in that protest. Aam Aadmi Party is not joining them in that protest. Why? I mean, if you were so concerned about that.
So the only defense that this administration, Batoge Katoge party administration, has is that their administration, who in Rahul Ishwar can shake his hand, but he is not a former Chief Minister. He did not hold